When I first started sewing was when I was a little girl with my great aunts and my grandmother, and just watching them and letting them teach me. And of course, I was like a 4-H dork too. I forgot about 4-H, but yes, I learned quite a bit of sewing in 4-H when I was younger. So Bernina, I have 4 children. They are, right now they're 24, 25, and 27. So I sewed for my daughter when she was a baby, and then my son a little bit, and then when I had the 3rd and 4th one, which were 11 months younger than the middle one, that was the end of my sewing. Until they got a little bit older, and then I got a new sewing machine. But I did get a sewing machine when I got married for our kids, to have someday. But I never had time. So as they got older, I started picking it up again, but I had a horrible, cheap machine, probably 3 or 4 of them, that I was just always so frustrated. So when I got the last one in college, I was like, I got to get a new machine. So I started stalking Bernina, and I teach at national retreats, and I was teaching at a Create retreat in California, and I was stalking the Bernina room for 3 days because I wanted to buy a Bernina machine. And I ended up buying the Bernina machine from that retreat, and it changed my life completely. I sew every day now, and I'm just in a whole different place creatively. I'm totally in love with this company, with my machine. It performs for me constantly, all the time. I'm not afraid of it. It's a tank, and it always performs. I never have to worry about the machine not doing something. It always does, and that has encouraged my creativity as an artist, because I've been an artist my whole life, and I'm making art and teaching art on the sewing machine now, and now I'm just like going crazy with Bernina in all these different ways and different places. Well, it means that when I see those big block letters that say Bernina, my heart skips a beat. It really does. That sounds so dorky, but it does. It means that quality. It means perfection, but in my sewing, I'm an artist, and I do a lot of art sewing, a lot of free motion quilting, collage, and I paint my fabric with dyes. I don't dye my fabric, I paint with dyes. And then I free motion, I sew, I use the decorative stitches. The potential is just crazy. There's just crazy potential. And those big red letters just to me mean the heart and the passion of just being creative on a sewing machine, to, again, make art and teach art on a sewing machine. And I can't imagine doing it on any other kind of sewing machine, because this one always works for me. Well, first of all, I'm a brand new ambassador, and I just feel so honored and privileged to have the opportunity to go out on behalf of Bernina with the machine. They are the best machines. They've changed my life in my creativity, in my artwork, and I just think it's just so wonderful to be able to take that to, out into the world, to my students, and to the teaching venues that I already go into teaching mixed media. And what my goal in vision for being a Bernina ambassador is to take that mixed media artist, and I want everybody to sew. I want that artist to, with her inks and paints and paintbrushes, to also take that art onto a sewing machine and take that creativity to a brand new level. So with Bernina, it's like it's the best, they're the best machines, and it's the best collaboration and the best fusion for me.